Yo, what does it mean to just wake up throwing up, but you're not sick, and you're not pregnant, you don't have any kind of food poisoning or some shit, your just stomach is in knots over some future problem that you've created in your mind that hasn't even happened or is probably not going to happen. Some worry. It could be subconscious or consciously, but that was how I woke up a few days ago. Well, why was I so worked up? I was going back to work after having 2 weeks of vacation. So there was a little bit of, first day jitters, I guess. You never know what you're walking back into kind of thing. But is it enough to make you sick to your stomach for hours on end? No. It's not. Because I knew exactly what I was walking into. It's not like I had this huge day of uncertainty. I knew it was going to be completely dead. I was just going to stand there all day at work. And that was going to be it. There was going to be no major events. And that's exactly what happened. So why the fuck was I so worked up? Was I really this nervous about nothing? But it's not nervousness. I know what it feels like to be nervous. Like before you perform something or try to get a girl's number or something. Like, I know what that feels like. And when I'm sitting alone in my apartment, I don't have that same shit. It's just like being super worked up for absolutely no fucking reason at all. Or, yeah, you're worked up for a reason that you don't even know. Maybe I just have anxiety about work in general. Or it's just super uncomfortable for me. But in my defense, I do have a very confrontational type job. As a bartender, you can pretty much expect to be in some sort of altercation every single shift of some kind. Whether it be with a coworker or a customer, or a coworker or a customer, you're gonna go back and forth. At least with egos. Everybody knows the best way of doing everything. Have you noticed that? Everybody's so good at everything. Everybody's a professional at everything. Everybody wants to tell everybody how to do something better, which is interesting because all I ever see is people doing stupid ass shit and saying dumb ass fucking things and repeating the same crazy ass behavior over and over and being ignorant and uneducated. And it's weird. For all these super competent, know-it-all assholes, sure is a lot of fucking up. When I was in high school, my family lived in the high desert, and we lived on a ranch, like horses and cows and shit. And I remember thinking, who the fuck would want to live out in the middle of nowhere, and raise a family out in the middle of nowhere? you know, but 25 years later, I completely understand. People be getting on my goddamn nerves. I'm just like old as fuck. I'm just like, just completely like, it's not that people are stupid. It's that they don't give a fuck. It's not that people are stupid. It's that they're lazy. It's not that people are stupid. It's that they're selfish. There's a lot of things that like we have going on with us that makes us seem like completely fucking retarded. But we're really just super fucking lazy. I think one of the reasons I might have so much problems, you know, at work or even just interacting with people is when I'm not forced to face the world. I spend most of my time, all my time by myself, not talking to anybody. So maybe it's like an extra layer of nervousness when I go out, because I'm just like literally not used to seeing people for days at a time, not interacting with people for days at a time, and then I go get thrust into a restaurant environment where it's just like high pace, very chaotic. So I don't know. I've gotten so goddamn weird at where I live at that ever since that I found out that some of my immediate neighbors were registered sex offenders, I kind of turned into the guy that will literally look out my window timing when people are leaving so I don't have to cross paths with them and shit like that. And I've never been like that before. But it's important for me now to not interact with these people. I wish I was battling all these symptoms for a good reason, you know? Usually when people are having to deal with all kinds of, overcome all kinds of fucking personal problems, they're like getting paid afterwards, writing a book, going on some speaking tour. Oh, you know, I had this major issue in my life and I overcame it and now I'm rich. No, mine just leads me back to like, no, I'm still at the same job. Yeah, I'm working through some things, you know what I mean? But I'll still be laboring after. It's kind of tough to get people to relate to what's going on. How many 44-year-old men do you know that have never been married and don't have any kids? It's pretty rare. On top of that, I've lived by myself for a lot of years. I'm thinking that I might have to quit getting high for a while. I've talked about it in my other vlogs, but I think smoking pot all day every day is not helping anything right now anyway. I think it just might be like magnifying whatever the fuck it is I got going on. Worry. I guess worry. Overall, everything is like worry. I think pot and, you know, the psychosis it brings to me is uncomfortable now when it used to be exhilarating and stimulating. I think it's just I don't fucking know. Plus I might have to start passing drug tests for new jobs and shit. And most places still test for weed, I think, so that's not going to be any fun. But I don't know, maybe it'll be good. I don't know. I don't see how it could be good, but quitting smoking weed is never fucking fun, man. That shit sucks. Another short vlog, I guess. Actually, it wasn't that short. If you stayed here this whole time, I appreciate you watching my video. I know there's not really a point to any of these vlogs. It's just a look into the life of an underachiever. Stay tuned for the next one.